Hi everyone, it's Jay Rodriguez coming to you from Mi Casa es Su Casa. Before I get started, I just want to give a big thank you to Mr. Nico House for giving me the opportunity to be on his show and believing that I have some potential to be working with him. I'm very honored and thank you very much. Now, today I am going to make everything very short and sweet, get to the point. I know I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I felt like after everything that happened in 2016, I just simply had to get away from a lot of it. It was so strenuous, so tiring of a year of trying to get everyone to listen, to understand, explaining. It was the worst. Um, but better to try than give up. So I'm going to keep tonight very short and sweet. I'm basically talking about what happened Wednesday night. First of all, before I even get started, can I just say thank you, Donald Trump, for calling out CNN and calling them fake news? I'm sorry, but that made my entire week. It was the best thing I ever saw in my life when he called them out. Um, but back to what I was talking about. So on Wednesday, they shut down, I'm not even kidding, this 1.5 page amendment that would allow companies such as Rite Aid and CVS to import pharmaceutical drugs from Canada at a lower price. They completely shut it down. They voted no on it, including Mr. Cory Booker. But why am I not surprised when I saw the lovely speech he gave to Hillary Clinton, sucking up to her during the DNC? They basically deemed that it's not safe according to the FDA. Um, to be honest, how on earth can pharmaceutical drugs from Canada be deemed not safe when Canadians have longer life expectancies than Americans do? Because God forbid that someone doesn't make a profit in America. God forbid we actually save some lives. You know, they literally just shut it down. And Cory Booker was one of them. And I wasn't shocked. A lot of people are. And it's ridiculous because they deemed it not safe. If people in Canada live longer than people in America, how on earth could it be deemed not safe? And they have to wait for the FDA. We're going to wait from the same FDA that approved the Dark Act. For anyone that doesn't know what the Dark Act is, the Dark Act is an acronym for Deny Americans the Right to Know Act. I am going to repeat that one more time. There is a bill passed called Deny Americans the Right to Know. Basically what the Dark Act is, it's a bill that was passed that food companies don't have to label if their food is genetically modified. So we are going to wait for the FDA, who told us, hey, America, it's okay. You don't need to know what's in your food. You can eat it. It's okay. But you don't need medicine from Canada to be cheaper. No way, because it's bad enough that you have a penalty at the end of the year when you file your taxes if you don't have health insurance, which is ridiculous. Basically, I'm going to explain this in the simplest way possible. You have to pay if you are too poor to get medical coverage. Doesn't make sense. But back to this amendment that they shut down. I'm very, very disappointed. Sometimes I feel like I am losing my faith in our government. I keep trying to give them the benefit of the doubt that sometime in the near future someone's gonna get it right and they're gonna let us feel like successful, like, yes, we did it, we fought for this, we fought for our rights, let's go, yes, we can do this, we can keep going. It's like every time we just seem to be shut down. What I'm basically recommending to all my friends out there on Facebook, a lot of times we spend all day on our phones, we send emails at work all day. We really want to get some change in this country. Everybody that voted no for the Bernie Amendment needs to call everyone, including Booker, because that's what I've been doing all day. Basically, call, email, write, harass these people until we see some actual change. Do you know why the NRA gets shit done? Because the NRA does not give up. The NRA will blow up that phone from 8 a.m. that you walk into that office to 5 p.m. when you walk out, because they're going to be heard. You want to be heard? Make some phone calls. Make a simple phone call to get your credit card paid. You make a simple phone call to tell somebody I'm going to be late. You make a simple phone call to congratulate somebody. It only takes a few minutes of your time. If they don't pick up, just leave a voicemail. They're going to have a lot of voicemails to listen to. But if we don't show them that we are serious about what's going on and what they're doing to us, because essentially when they do things like this and they vote down on us, like, no, it's okay, they don't need them. You're voting down the opportunity to see people live. It bothers me. This specific amendment bothered me. I took it a little personal. First off, my mother-in-law has Parkinson's disease. Anyone that has any family members with Parkinson's knows it requires a lot of medication. And sometimes she's either got to pick between the bills or medicine. And we all know at the end of the day, someone like that is going to pick their medicine. It shouldn't be that way. We should fight back. You don't want to raise minimum wage. Federal minimum wage should not be $7.25. No one can survive off $7.25 an hour. I don't care if you're the best saver and you penny pinch off your money just to get by. You cannot get by on $7.25. So if you aren't going to raise the minimum wage for people to be able to survive, why on earth would you shut down an amendment that could possibly help people live longer? It just really, really, really upsets me. Somebody needs to take a stand. I would like to. What's bothering me a little bit is the fact that, people aren't standing up. I feel like once the election was over, it went right back to normal. Nobody cared. It was every day. You were back to your normal lives. But this year was a little different because I noticed that people stopped. They stopped talking to other people based on their opinions. And I realized that we live in a world that we talk about change, but we're not the change that we want to see in the world. You need to stand up to these people and say, enough is enough. We're human too. I'm not cattle. I'm not your cattle. You can't tell us how to live our lives. You need to The reason why this country was founded is because of treason. They felt that the government was overstepping their boundaries with the people. We fought back and we won, and we're allowing the same tyranny to take over our lives once again, and it sucks. Like if I could literally start an army and just overthrow the entire government, I probably would. But I can't because I am just one person out of 300 million that are in the United States of America. But if you really want to see some change, something as simple as doing what you do every single day. Make a phone call to that senator. If it's in, especially I'm close to Jersey, so I took what Cory Booker did extremely personal. So he will be hearing from me. I don't care if Monday's a federal holiday. I'm still calling and I'm still blowing up that phone. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up on the bottom and like my page on Facebook. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a good night. It is Jay Rodriguez from Mi Casa es Tu Casa.